Hey guys, it's your boy LeonJames coming to you once again from the world of KR. Now, today I'll talk a little bit about gear, your DPS, and how to gear them. We're going to look at a few DPSs, a couple on the physical side, a couple on the magic side. But before we get going, as always, hit the like bell, hit the like button, the subscription button, and the notification bell so that way you guys are in the loop as to what's going on here on the channel. Also, we're actually moving up and we've got some subscribers. So if we get to 100 subscribers, there's a few things that I want to do, to keep this thing fun, entertaining, but also educational. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in King's Raid right now. Uh, they actually just upgraded a Celica and Elias on the Magic side. So there are a couple of really good supports. Now, we're going to get into them in their own video. But today, it's all about your DPS. Because, as I've been saying, you want to build your DPS first. All right. Now, with your DPS, there is a progression. You want Black Dragon gear, Swift Darkness gear is what the game calls it, or BD for short. And then you want Beast of Chaos gear. And just to show you what that looks like, this is Beast of Chaos gear. Now, one of the things that makes Beast of Chaos gear great, especially for your DPS, is because of the fact that your hero deals 12% more damage to the boss and takes 12% less damage from the boss when you have two pieces of gear on the hero. Now, when you have four pieces of gear on the hero, all right, it doesn't go from 12 to 15, it goes from 12 to 27. So you're actually getting a 27% multiplier on your damage, but you're also taking 27% less damage from the boss. Now, the reason why this is great is because at the end of every level, there is a boss, and then you also have your raids like World Boss and all of the different TM raids and guild raids and all of that. Okay, those are all considered bosses. And then guild conquest, which is another thing, those are considered bosses. So for your DPS, this is the way to go. Now, I will tell you that before Techno Magic gear or TM gear came out, this was it. This was the best gear in the game. All right. Now, that being said, you see, I have Beast of Chaos gear on Cassell. Reason being is because in this account, Cassell is my second DPS. Now, she is my primary, all right. I've always wanted to build her, but on my main, due to the fact that it's a magic account, I really didn't see the point in investing in her. But she is absolutely nuts, all right. She's at an A119, and I gotta tell you, when she has her gear going, it's redonkulous. Look at that. Million attack. Million attack. And yeah, she's not even A2 yet. All right. So for damage dealers, as you can see, I have stacked attack. All right. The reason why you want to do this is because the more attack that you have, you're able to do more damage. Now, there are a couple of things that you want to figure into this, one of which is crit. Okay, as you can see, I have crit on my treasures. All right, this is what you want to do for your DPS. Also, with the runes, I have Velkasar runes, but with this, your crit, there is a rune, okay, a crit rune for 200. That's normally what would go here, but when you start to get to end game, you want to start thinking about Velkasar runes because they have two options on them and not just one. And with that being said, I also have a Velk rune here for attack and crit. This helps me to get the crit to where it needs to be because I'm at 770. And then if we go over here, you could take this one here, which will give you 150. That puts you at 920. And then you've got your crit here by 150, which puts you over 1,000. Right, which means your DPS is always critting, which means at that point you're doing twice as much damage because when it crits, it doubles. Then you have your crit damage multiplier, and that actually increases it even more. Now, you wonder, why don't I have a lot of crit damage on my DPS? Well, reason being is because she exists, okay? And she will actually give your DPS crit damage all day long. All right. Now you've got 30% here, but at maxed it's 75% crit damage. Plus you've got crit damage here. All right. And at max, this actually goes to 50. So that's 125. And then you have her S2, which actually gives 50% crit damage. So you're at 175 plus 15% of Lateral's crit damage. And there you go. All right. So there's crit damage galore that you can get from Lateral, and Lateral is often used in 8-man teams. Okay. So that that is why uh, I don't have a whole lot. I probably could, but that's just how I've decided to build this team. Now, there are also other places where you can get crit damage too, okay, from soul weapons and Adi. Uh, his gives 80%, I believe. And then also Veronica, she has a treasure. It's her UT4. I'll actually show you what that looks like because the game just gave me one. It's this one here, okay, and at max, that actually goes up to 50%, and that's to all allies. Also, too, you have the TM gear, and for your supports, the TM gear, it gives crit damage to all allies, and then there is a Siege set that is for archers, I believe, that gives crit damage to all of your allies and then doubles it for ranged heroes, which is great because if you have lateral on the team, it's going to just increase it that much more. Okay, so that's just a basic breakdown of how that works. But as I mentioned, Black Dragon gear is the way to go, and then your Beast of Chaos gear, and then ultimately you want Techno Magic gear, okay, for your DPS. All right. Now, when you're building your DPS, here are the Transcendence perks. You want attack and monster hunting, and then depending upon your DPS, attack and penetration, opportune strike, and then with Erze, she's one of those ones where you need the ones that I have selected. Now, with this one here, you probably could get away with moving this one up here to get the increased crit and the crit damage. This one here is actually great for assassins, just due to the fact that it's 10% increased all damage, have their attack speed reduced by 100% for 10 seconds, and it activates once every 3 seconds. So this is constantly going. But this one here and this one here, it's a must. All right. This one here is actually great too. So Erze now is just absolutely stacked. I mean, crazy, stupid good. Cassell, he's another great DPS, and well, I'll apply those for now, and then when I get the other one from the event, I'll give it to him. So those are the two DPSs. Now I do have a couple of honorable mentions for DPSs on the physical side. One of which is Celine. She is great in Eclipse. Rena. And then Roy. Roy is a starter hero, but Roy is great because he can do Sky Trial. I'm actually using him as a tank in my Sky Trial, but he's also one of the best, if not the best, in slot right now for World Boss 2. And then you have Mitra. Mitra is good. Cecilia is great. And then everybody uses Panzerum. So, I mean, there it is. Now, on the magic side of things, I might actually talk to you guys a little bit about Laudia. Now, Laudia is incredible. She has a lot going for her. She's one of the best single target nukes in the game still. My Laudia is actually top 30 in World Boss 1 Mountain Fortress, and she's just absolutely nuts. There are some people that are scoring very high with her on the world level, and I mean, she just broke you. All right. Another DPS that is great is Cara. Cara is top in World Boss 1. She is also top in uh, GC1. And she's amazing. The only downfall with Cara is the fact that you have to have an absolutely solid healer to um, to keep her alive, because there's something in her kit that causes her to take more damage, so she can deal more damage. So keeping her alive can be somewhat tricky, but she is definitely a great pick. Zera is also great. All right. She does a lot for your team. She's great in Shakma, just due to the fact that her weapon can uh, decrease mana. And also, another thing with her is she has a perk that can cleanse the team continuously for the duration of the skill, and that's on her S3, which is great. Gremory is by far one of the best general DPSs that the Magic side currently possesses right now. Her kit ignores defense. Lucique's does as well, but her kit has a great AoE on her S3, and her S1 is really good for single target, which actually makes her perfect for Sky Trial. She is easy life, easy LYFE, easy life Sky. All right. And Luciqueo is easy life flow. And then you have OG Cassell and Rebel Claws on the physical side for Trial of Earth. Now, if you want a Trial of Earth DPS for the Magic side and you want to stick to purely Magic, Erze is the way to go. Okay. So, I could talk a little bit about Esker and Rapine, but they're more situational. Rapine, single target, great in Galgoria, as well as a few other single target bosses. But the only thing is you need to build a reheat with Rapine, and some people don't like having to build that second person that has to be with with the other. Esker, he's situational. The only thing is it takes a long time for him to ramp and for his kit to get going. But once he gets there, he's lights out. So those are some different DPSs. If you guys want me to go over a particular DPS, to go over their build, how to build them, and to really, go through the ins, the outs, leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will definitely get that going for you. But as I mentioned, guys, that's basically it. You know, you want to attack and crit. Some DPSs need speed. You know, others need, you know, penetration. You know, so just, you know, make sure that you're reading the kit, you know, going over the kit. And like I said, if you guys want me to do something special, you know, just hit me up, let me know. But basically, it's attack and crit. Use level for crit damage, and make sure that your crit hits 1,000 with your perks and other other things, so that way you're getting the damage that you need, so that way you can do the content that you want. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Let's get those subscribers going, and I'll see you next time. LeonJames, out.